as I was going through my collage items that I've cut out from old magazines, I came across this picture and I thought that she was big enough for me to be able to use in my 8-inch circle journal. So I pulled out one of the pre-cut sheets that I'd already done, and sure enough, she is perfect for that size of journal. So I'm going to start off just by gluing her down onto the journal page, but I'm not going to use matte medium or anything like that because I don't want any of that pattern to show through. And I can't find my normal collage sticks. They're all packed away in the new craft room. I've not finished unpacking everything again just yet. So I'm just going to liberally apply some of this glue, which is the Tombow Mono Liquid Aqua. That should do us for what I want to do anyway. Now, I've probably put far too much glue on, but that's okay, because there's a little bit of wiggle room at the bottom of these. That's it, perfect. As long as I've got the majority of her face on there, I'm going to be happy. And then I can remove all that excess, and then a pair of scissors, just trim round so that I've got my perfect circle. Well, I say perfect. Good enough for me anyway. Whatever that was. Okay, so she's now stuck down. Before I do anything else, just make sure there's no wrinkles or bubbles. That's fine. And then I'm going to bring out some paint. Put those scissors away. I don't want to be stabbing myself. And I've got my Melted Chocolate Dilutions paint, which is very, very scrummy. And then I've got a brush, and I'm going to start painting and blending her hair in with the rest of the page. Where did that come from? I'm going to add some lighter tones to this later, so it doesn't have to be completely perfect, as long as the background's blended. It's been ages since I've actually painted over a photograph, so this will make a nice change. That'll do. So I'm going to dry that off and then bring in a lighter colour just to add a bit of tonality in there. So now that's dry, I'm going to bring in the Buff Titanium and just add in a few highlights using the paint. So literally just brushing those lines in using the edge of my brush. Same again at this side. Just using the edge. You could use a more of a detail brush if you want. Just going to build up the strokes. Keep on going. Not exactly the best coiffured hair, but I think that'll do for the time being. So I'm going to pop those paints away and then we'll get her hair dry. Okay, before I go any further, I want to darken up the edges and create a kind of frame all the way around. So for that I'm using the Potting Soil Archival ink, my go-to colour, which is my permanent kind of solution to using the non-permanent Distress Ink Vintage Photo. So this is the nearest, I think, to that. But this is a permanent version instead. So this is just going to create a kind of border and just tidy up those edges. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I want to add in a few sort of highlights to that, so I'm going to bring out one of those Signo white gel pens, and then we can just start adding in some highlights. Don't have to do many. Just add a bit more detail into the hair. And of course it doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. It's an art journal page, we're all said and done. Okay, let's get that dry. So now we've got the white dry, I'm going to bring back some of that Titan buff and just tone down a little bit of that white. That'll do. Clear up that excess. Because knowing my luck, I'll end up putting my elbow in it. And let's get that dry. Okay, next up, starting to build up some more layers. Now I have another pair of eyes that I'm going to put in her place. So instead of those being there, I'm going to put those over the top. So grab the glue. This is a real common art journal collage device to use composite pieces from other photographs in your artwork. It's been done for quite a while. Brilliant. And you don't have to get everything lined up, that's the beauty. Pair of lips that I've cut out from another one. And you can make your own faces. By utilising elements from others. I need to leave that to dry. So I'm going to come back, go put the kettle on, excuse me, go put the kettle on, and I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Just bang my fingers. Now that they're dry, I'm going to bring in my Derwent charcoal pencils, and let's go for a medium, and I'm going to just add in some dark shadows. maybe a little bit darker. Okay, so now let's create our beauty mask. Close that medium again. Now we've got some of that darkness back in there. It's kind of all blended to one, kind of giving it a nice, almost like a rounded feel. I want to just add in a little legend. So I've got my Tim Holtz alpha chips. These are the ones that look like ransom note letters. Excuse me. Oh, that's the charcoal dust. Oh. Oh. Right. And then we can just add a little bit of glue. I'm going to drop these letters in line with, or following the line of the circle. And the reason I've gone for these odd looking letters is because our face is made up of different composite elements, so our quote should follow the same thing. That's my reasoning anyway, rather than matching letters. Last couple. Follow the line at the edge of the page. Okay, let that sit for a second. Okay, just looking at it now, adding that charcoal around the eye block has kind of given it a real 3D look, even though it's flat as I don't know what, and the same thing around the lips. It's kind of giving it a real, it's a difficult thing to explain. To me it looks kind of roundish and almost embossed and 3D, but that's probably just me. I'm happy now. I'm not going to do any more with this at all. I'm just going to sign it here and date it, and then I'm going to call this done. Quit while I'm ahead. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and share the video with all your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again real soon. Bye for now.